In today's video, I'm going to show you how to embroider a finished hat. Be sure to watch to the end to learn how to get great results. Let's get started. Attention machine embroiderers, are you struggling to hoop fabric, confused about thread, or wondering what tension even means? Grab our free Embroidery for Beginners course and get 21 free designs so you can start your first projects right away. Click the link in the description to get started. Now the first thing we want to do is talk about hats, because not all hats are created the same or alike. This one here is a dad hat or a varsity hat, and this is the one we're going to try to embroider because we have the best possible results on a hat that is a form-fitting hat without laminated buckram, and we're actually able to move this around because it's pliable and not stiff. With this one, we're talking about a Richardson hat, and this one here is a 6-panel hat. It does have a higher crown, but it does have laminated buckram. And on this scenario where we're trying to embroider a finished hat on a flat surface, it would be almost impossible to try to get this all down and get a design that is this large on a flat surface. Now, if you do want to embroider on a hat like this, your best bet is to do it on a tubular machine that has a cap attachment, which means that it will embroider on a curved surface and the cap frame actually fits to the contour of the hat. But in this scenario, we are going to try to embroider a finished hat on a flat surface, and this is going to require a little bit of finesse. We are going to use a larger cap frame because the design is going to be this size, which is really pushing the limits of creating a design on a flat surface. The other thing that we are going to see when this comes off the machine is it probably won't look as straight to the curve because it does need to embroider flat. But this is just due to the nature of how we're setting this up. We have a hoop, we have the template for the hoop. I have a stabilizer, which is a sticky back stabilizer, and we're going to score with a pin the paper part of the stabilizer and then just press down the material of the hat. But we need our grid for setting our marking lines so that I know I am getting this as straight as possible. I have a couple of clamps from my cap frame that I'm going to use to try to keep areas of this hat out of the way, and then we're going to use tape or chopsticks or whatever else we need to make this happen. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my template out of my actual hoop, and I'm going to make sure my hoop is pretty tight because I don't really have to gauge it for material because we are going to hoop this piece of stabilizer and make sure we tighten it as much as possible. So I can loosen it a bit just so I can get it in, and I'm going to put this piece down just like this. And then I'm going to take this one here and I'm going to push it in and get it inset into the hoop. And once it's inset, I'm going to push down and make this as tight as possible. And then I'm going to take the area of the hoop that I tighten and I'm going to make sure that it's tightened as much as possible. Now, once that is in place, what we're going to do is we are going to take our pin and I'm just going to very quickly score all the way around this area and score it so that it actually allows me to pull away the paper part of the stabilizer. I'm going to use a pair of scissors to come in here now, and while I'm kind of holding this flat on the surface, I'm just getting it so that I can get a little bit of that paper up, and then once I have it started, I can start to get the rest of it up and go around the outside, and we will just get rid of all of the paper. Okay, now that we have that paper off of the stabilizer, I can see that it's a bit tacky. I am going to put my template down for my hoop, and there is little circles in here, and I'm just going to mark with a pencil the areas on either side, and then I'm going to lift off the template and I'm going to take a straight line and I'm going to draw a straight line across. So now I have a bit of a visual of a straight line, and that is just going to be my guideline of where I'm going to lay down my piece of fabric within the cap after I'm done. Now this is where I want to take my hat and I'm going to really bend the brim and make it as flat as possible. And I might take these clips now and the headband, I'm going to clip those just out of the way from the peak and the brim so that I get as much material as possible to lay down flat. So I'm turning that all inside out. Now it's at this point here that I could mark from this line right here to this line right here. And I'm going to take my cap now and try to line it up as best as I can to that center line. And from the center out, I'm just going to start to lay that down as flat as I possibly can and as close as I can to the brim from where the crown is, and try to get it as flat up towards the top. After that's in place, I can then take this piece right here and I can see how close down I can get within the design so that it is not going to necessarily move. So there, I'm coming in pretty close here to this side, and it'll go straight across the top. I'm marking my straight line to the center on the cap itself, and then I might just take a little piece of tape and temporarily hold this in place until I get it on the machine to drop my needle position right on the center. So it's going to start center on the design right here. Now we're going to bring this onto the embroidery machine. I've already rotated my design so it is visually the same as I see it on the machine, and I did hoop this way on purpose because I wanted to make sure that the hoop that gets inserted has the majority of the material hanging on this side of the machine underneath and away from the sash frame. Now the importance of having a design that's digitized properly, especially for a cap, even though there are bottom up inside out rules that I traditionally will digitize for a finished hat, I would still follow that same recipe because I want to make sure that I'm pushing up towards the top of the hat and away from either sides so it smooths out all the pieces even though it's on a flat frame. So what I'm going to do before I actually insert this, I'm just going to go to the embroidery unit and I'm going to move the frame over this way a little bit just so that I can get this underneath, and here I'm going to move it back the other direction. Now that I have that in place, now I'm going to move it over and I'm going to visually set it so that the needle position is exactly on the little crosshairs of the X and the Y. Now if I want to make sure, I can always drop my needle down just to see how close I am to that position, and I can see that it's actually right on that mark exactly where I want it. At this point I can remove my template and I know my needle position is right on that center mark that I had. So now we're ready to embroider the hat. Let's see how it goes. For all you Embroidery Design Club members, be sure to print off the accompanying cheat sheet recipe card in this tutorial. And if you're not a member yet, here's why members love the club. You get instant access to over 30,000 embroidery designs across 100+ categories, and we add new designs every week. So you'll always have something fresh to stitch for gifts, seasons, and everyday projects. Plus, you'll get bonuses that make embroidery easier and way more fun, like project tutorials, bonus projects, free giveaways, and live training. Click the link in the description below to learn more about our fan favorite Embroidery Design Club now. Now all I'm going to do is take it off the machine, and I am going to take my scissors. I'm going to use a 6-inch double-edged curve. While it's still on the actual hoop, I'm just going to pull away some of the excess so it's away from the stabilizer, and then when I turn it over to the other side, I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to cut around the outside of this, and then I'll cut around this side. I did use a tacky back cutaway as opposed to a tearaway, because as you can see, it actually held up perfectly and gave us nice clean results. So now that I've taken it away, all I have to do is take my hat, turn it around the right way, and it is done. Well, as you can see, this design turned out pretty much perfectly. I'm actually really impressed because put this on and you will barely notice that there is a problem with how straight it is across the bottom. That might have to do a little bit with how the tagline actually goes up a little bit on each end, but super happy with these results and super clean for a finished cap on a flat hoop. So you want to make sure that you choose the right type of hat and the right design. The design is probably the most important part as far as how it's digitized. I still followed the bottom up inside out rules, and I am super happy with the results. So if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe and watch these videos next. So we'll catch you next time.